Beneath the glittering surface of the British royal family, a new wave of allegations is sending shockwaves through public opinion. No longer vague rumours, this time the claims come from investigative journalist and author Andrew Lownie, reigniting a controversy that could become one of Buckingham Palace's most serious crises in decades. According to Lownie, the issue is not only about the alleged behaviour of Prince Andrew, but also about how the royal household has handled the matter for many years. He argues that under Queen Elizabeth II, and even now under King Charles III, the palace made significant efforts to shield Andrew from media scrutiny and public outrage. Negative stories, he claims, were frequently denied or pushed aside. Some journalists were allegedly confronted with legal threats, while those who raised complaints were ignored. If true, this would not simply be a personal scandal involving one royal figure, but a much broader question about accountability and transparency within an entire institution. What has particularly stunned the public are the revelations about Prince Andrew's past conduct. Lownie refers to behaviour viewed as inappropriate dating back to Andrew's time at Gordonston boarding school. He describes claims that Andrew was allowed into the girls' dormitories, even sitting on the beds of young female students, a detail that has led many to ask why such warning signs were not addressed earlier. The author goes further, hinting that there may be evidence of far more serious involvement with underage girls, beyond what the public previously knew through the high-profile Virginia Giuffre case. This is the most sensitive aspect of the allegations, and also the one that could have the most devastating consequences if further verified information were to emerge. And this is precisely why Andrew Lownie warns of an even greater threat: the future of King Charles III and the survival of the British monarchy itself. He suggests that if the public were to discover that the palace not only remained silent but may have actively covered up wrongdoing, the backlash could become so intense that the king might be forced into an extreme decision. One scenario being discussed is that Charles III could be pressured to abdicate early, allowing Prince William to take the throne in order to restore public trust. In British history, abdication is rare and deeply destabilizing. Yet at a time when confidence in the monarchy is increasingly fragile, one major scandal could trigger a domino effect with profound political and social consequences. Another controversial point is the possibility that Prince Andrew could leave the United Kingdom if criminal investigations were to expand. Some discussions have raised the idea of Andrew travelling to the Middle East, where certain countries have no extradition agreements, making prosecution far more difficult. Lownie calls this a genuine flight risk. And while this remains speculation, it highlights the seriousness of the situation. If a member of the royal family is seen as someone who might have to flee justice, it would deal an unprecedented blow to the monarchy's reputation. In response, the author calls for a full police investigation, not only into allegations connected to sex trafficking, but also into potential misconduct in public office during Andrew's time as a trade envoy. He insists that the truth must be established, regardless of status or position. This story is not merely a personal scandal. It raises urgent questions about power, privilege, and the fine line between protecting reputation and concealing wrongdoing. In an era where the public demands transparency more than ever, the British monarchy may now face its greatest test: to confront the truth in the open, or risk sinking deeper into a crisis of trust. Content note: these are allegations and investigative claims, not legal conclusions. For responsible reporting, it is important to use neutral language and avoid stating guilt without a court ruling.